Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Real Men Real Talk, Nashville. I'm your host Wayne, my co-host Daniel, and my man Corey. We're here to talk about everything that's been going on and hit you up. And hey, just talking shit. We're talking shit, shoot spit.
Brother Woo, Brother Kid.
Talking shit, swallow spit. Know who you fucking with. Last week, we left off on just a fucking mind twister with Icon.
Yeah.
We had time to absorb that and just go and move on.
Move about.
Yeah. But
No, I want to talk about it.
No, we ain't talking now.
Comparing sides.
We ain't talking about that no more. Gone and gone.
hey,
Chinese said, we
I
go.
went to the bathroom and you was there.
No, we said we're going to leave it alone. I heard you come right back.
You got the style you like. Not me. I'm like, man, paper cuts hurt too. It is what it is.
But hey, I just want to touch real quick. Hey, voting is coming up. Please get out and vote. Just get out and vote, please.
Tell a friend,
If
take a friend.
you want to express your feelings, you want to and show how the government and show other people how you feel, get out and vote. That's the best way to get out and show how you feel.
Express your
And
voice.
express yourself because, I mean, I understand the movement, I support it, but, you know, other people have other agendas as far as mixed in with that and making the movement look bad, and it's not the way. It's not the way. How you hurt anybody and how you hurt big corporate, even with government, how you hurt them is by voting in them pockets. You don't support them, they can't live. If you don't vote them in, they not around. So it's just a fact. So get out, vote, get your voter registration card. If you're 18 and older, get out and vote.
You're absolutely right. It's much bigger than the movement. Not only do you have to vote, you have to hold these people that supposedly think like you accountable.
Right.
Because a lot of times, a politician sell you one thing and give you another. I was at work the other day and someone asked me whether I was a Democrat or a Republican. And I was like, neither. and you know what I mean? Because for me, I'm a citizen that pays my taxes and I just want you to do right by me. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't profess to be a Republican or a Democrat. For what? That's another thing that divides. All I want is somebody who's in office who's going to do right by me.
You know, I was. It's funny you say that because somebody asked me the same thing, and I was like really torn because I feel the same way. I have no direct agenda, but I kind of will go with the agenda with the right person. And it's funny how we put ourselves in a position where we put our faith into another individual. So, you don't never know what an individual true agenda is, but at the same time, you put your faith into another person to hopefully do the right thing when they get there, and hopefully they have the right agenda for you as far as how you live and how to get you the help you need or support or whatever. And it's funny how we put ourselves in that position where we actually just give ourselves to someone and say, okay, here I am, and I'm gonna trust in you to keep me safe, give me the right programs, give me the right rights as far as everyone. These help me along.
It's about what they sell you on in the beginning. Hey, I'm for this section, this group of unemployment, equal rights, and voting and so forth. So you wanna pick that best person that's as it's coming along, as what they sell you that they're gonna do, that their beliefs is the same as what yours is.
And see, the biggest problem is this.
You okay?
When you got the presidential election going on, everybody said, well, you had Trump or you had Hillary. Now you're seeing little memes on Facebook where you fail to believe this about her, this and that. Well, to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to turn this political, both of them was horrible candidates. And in the words of a famous 2-year-old, why? Why is that all we had to? Why is that all we had to choose from?
Yeah.
Right now, guess what they're saying in this election? We're gonna pick the lesser of two evils. Why do there have to be two evils on that platform?
Right.
Why can't it be someone else on that platform? So we, in order for us to change what is going on in our environment, and in order for the movement to take place and all that, we have to get away from the whole, we have to choose between one or the other. And we can bring this in and support this.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And again, when you're an American and as rich as this country is, as rich as it's supposed to be, you shouldn't have to choose between the lesser of two evils. Or who's going to run the country.
Run the country.
That's
But,
crazy.
but you know what? I think in a lot of ways in the future it's going to change, because I'm looking at the culture clashes that we have now, and it's kind of like how I viewed it was that now that, you know, this movement has been my history, your history, with the statues and everything else.
What they call it, heritage.
Yeah. But if you notice the culture clash that we're having now, that heritage, I think it's going to be to the point where, with the new millenniums, that's even the new ones that's coming up, whatever the hell they're going to be, I don't know, the space trend or the babies that's coming up now. But if you notice that the cultures are mixing up so much now, you know, there is no I'm black, you white. It's like we black and white, and then now we got this baby, and then she gonna grow up. I had a white parent, I had a black parent, and she's gonna probably fucking marry a Chinese or whatever the case may be, or you know, because she's gonna be used to that culture, no culture difference. And I think it's gonna get to the point where there is no
Racism.
I and them.
Oh.
I think eventually it's gonna just be us, because
Bunch of mutts.
I don't think that it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be that separation gap like it is now. Because you know, because you got, I mean,
But removing of the monuments and banning the heritage flag is a start.
but they
See-
take it down. They disgracing black statues. Harriet Tubman took it off his platform and dragged 20 yards or something. They broke his fingers off.
It's a sheep.
I mean, they broke fingers off. The other guy.
But let me ask you
Yeah.
something though. That's how you can't just get caught up in the movement.
Mhm.
Does that sound like something the movement would be partaking in?
It's just that everybody
So
see
is
a
it like
monument, just
an
gonna
eye
attack
for an eye or tooth for a tooth?
it. Right.
The monuments themselves is why we here. Okay?
Yeah.
Your textbooks as a kid, if you grew up in the South, your textbook stated that you had to glorify the South, and the South was a lost cause. And Northern aggression came down and tried to change the whole way of life. Okay, what was the way of life they was trying to change?
Their way of life.
That was slavery.
Yeah.
Don't let no one tell you that the Civil War wasn't over slavery. When you look at the Articles of Secession, it was about slavery. Okay, now let's go back to how we breed this in our children and how we teach this not only to kids of color, but white kids as well. We start in the schools as early as 3rd, 4th grade. The textbooks will start to see that, oh, they was happy on the plantation. Master threw a picnic and everybody got
Yeah,
along.
everybody got.
But what you don't know is the people that approved those textbooks was a huge organization called Daughters of the Confederation. They had a say on every textbook that went into education throughout the South. If it showed the South in a negative light, They tossed that book aside.
Throw it out.
Their board of directors had 4 former Confederate generals on it, teaching our kids. They ain't gonna say, hey, we messed up. They ain't gonna say, hey, we committed treason. They ain't gonna say, hey, we're not worthy to be honored. So that goes back to say you have to know the whole system. In order for you to understand the system, you got to go back to ground zero.
Yeah.
And now, here's the deal. And this is the monuments are in public places. They're usually at courthouses. They're usually at places where we had to go to vote to remind you where you was and what this is about. When you go down to the courthouse, you shouldn't have to see Robert E. Lee. You shouldn't have to see Nathan Bedford Forrest or you know what I mean. You shouldn't have to see that. Now there's a black man trying to go vote. You understand what I'm saying? Because we know what that means. No matter what they try to tell you, that flag is their heritage. First of all, let's talk about the flag itself. Let's back up a little bit.
Let me ask you a cool question there. Okay, even though if those statues were there, would it be considered equal if it was black statues there also? Or would it still be a difference of opinion as far as who is there and who is not?
Well,
if it was an equal amount.
Well, if we start talking about the contributions that African Americans have made on America, we'll run out of places to put these statues. That's first and foremost. Second of all, we're rewarding people with bad behavior. If your child tell you, I'm not going to clean up my room, I'm not going to do what you tell me, but let's get in the car and go buy an iPhone.
Right.
That's on you if you buy that iPhone.
Right.
You don't reward bad behavior. And what the South did was they rewarded bad behavior with trinkets. And those trinkets were monuments. And those monuments are here today to remind us. Even as a guy or my child who don't experience most of the things that my grandparents experienced or even my mother and father experienced, they go to the park and they're going to say, hey, who is this dude? What did he do? And that's how you continue to, to continue that legacy. So if you take down them statues, that legacy starts to die out some.
So if you take those statues down, do you replace them with blacks, or you just don't replace them at all? Because now you taking one legacy and replace it with another legacy, but then that other legacy was like, so you're gonna take my statue down, but you're gonna put this.
But see, that's the bottom line. You're saying you're replacing one legacy. One legacy is full of tears, hurt, blood, sweat, and a lot of oppression.
I don't consider it a legacy. I just
you know what I mean.
history.
But that's the word that is being used.
Yeah.
It's heritage or legacy. Here's the deal: when you're good and you're good people, why do we need statues at all? If our textbooks and us and our word of mouth is good enough, we don't say, okay, we're going to take down this statue to put up another. Because we doing the same thing that they doing to us. We forcing our heroes on them instead of coming to a meeting ground. You know what I mean? You're a parent. You've had it to where it's one soda. And your kids refuse to share it. Then you take the soda and say, well, nobody
get it.
And that's where we at right now. Nobody gets it.
Well, I mean, a lot of people say, well, shit, y'all got streets and schools named after black. I mean, is that good enough?
Well, is that good enough?
Again, you can keep your streets. You can keep your statues. Treat me and my children with some respect and give us the same opportunities that you give yourselves.
I think schools should just be considered the 3 fundamentals: reading, math, and
reading, writing,
arithmetic, and cut the history out and all the other crap, because you ain't gonna use those shit anymore.
History is very important. You got to know where you come from. It's just that whether or not that history is the truth or who his story it is. History is very important. You have to be able to do that. Now, I'm gonna tell you. I do agree.
Are more aware of Black history than they ever been before. But the thing is like our youth today, are they really into it? Do they know if they see Martin Luther King Drive and there's one in every city? Do they know who Martin Luther King is?
And if they don't know that who Martin Luther King is, shame on you, shame on me, and everybody sitting on this panel. Because if we allow our kids not to know who Martin Luther King is,
Right.
we got some major issues.
Oh yeah.
We have a comment. What are your thoughts of Kanye West running for president?
Thank you. I'm about to get to that.
That one, the boy has had a mental breakdown ever since his mama died. The boy is fucking crazy. You're replacing one food with another
With another food.
and all.
Well, here's the deal. With Kanye West,
I think it's just for sure.
in my opinion, who's publicly come out and endorsed Trump and was probably one of Trump's biggest supporters, even had the hat on. I don't see him going face to face with him. What I do see him doing is, because Joe has such a lead on him, is him splitting the African American vote.
Well,
And if he splits the vote, Trump gets a second term. They're gonna need something to stem the tide.
Well, if you notice, they've been using black people as props for Trump. Some say they're paid individuals to come and support Trump. Some are saying they're not. I don't know, but everyone knows that the African American community,
Easily influenced.
well, not easy influenced, but
It's a
you
damn
know,
shame.
he
But
want
what
to
do
show.
you-
He
but
want
what
to
do
show.
you believe?
My favorite word is, he want to show that he loves the blacks.
Where's the Bible? I love the blacks.
Yeah, I love the blacks.
What do you believe in that though?
No.
I mean, it was just like before. Trump had these two dumb black girls.
But the thing, the
Trump-
thing is,
the Trump stump girls
Trump
from-
with me, and the problem I have with Trump.
He's insensitive.
No, he's not. He just always seems like he has a hidden agenda. He answered the question, but never the question directly. He never have a solid answer for anything. It's either it's going to be great, or it's going to be very, very bad.
It's gonna be big.
Very, very bad.
Or,
What
Or it's gonna
is
disappear by the summertime.
yeah,
It's fake news.
It's fake news.
Or it's a hoax.
It's a hoax. You know, the political right wing is just trying to fool you and all this. I mean, it's
I'm not
it's
getting
never
this together right now.
a real answer to any real question that approaches him, and then he just assumes that they ask a question today and it'll be forgotten.
Man, how you ever tried to watch one of his press conferences?
No, it's too boring.
Man, how you seen him get to argue with the reporters who ask questions? That
Yeah,
is a very, very nasty question. And I need you to get up out of here really, really, really
and
fast.
don't let him ask her a question that that's real and deep.
Yeah.
And he be like,
My mom doesn't think that far.
that's why I don't like your station. Your station, I like CBS.
But here's the deal, though.
You know, Fox sucks.
But that's a spoiled 7-year-old behavior. Sometimes I scratch my head on, how did this man make his money? Then I realized he'd been bankrupt a gazillion times, and that's how he kept his money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then, you know what I mean? Then I understand it. Then it comes, because I'm like, listen to this guy talk. He couldn't sell me a toothbrush.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just couldn't.
Yeah.
But
In the toothbrush store.
but back to what you were saying about the paid actors and the paid stand-in, whether they paid or not. We know this. So it's not working anymore.
It's a show that
And-
doesn't sell.
No offense to Kanye, like the brother, love his music. But if Kanye, they coup de grace, they in trouble. If Kanye is there, aha! You pulling a knife out at a gunfight.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
At a big gunfight.
Big gunfight. Yeah.
I mean, can you see his wife as first lady? Half naked.
Oh my God.
First lady.
That ain't no different than what we got now.
First lady tweets bathing suit.
I mean, that ain't no different than what we got now.
Pick a Nick.
It's not.
I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, I think they're gonna divorce his ass as soon as the presidency is over. I think she gonna be staying around till this. She said, as soon as this motherfucker not president, I'm out of this bitch.
But see, folks like that, man, rich folks don't get divorced. They just go up to the red table and shit like that. But we'll talk about that later. You know what I mean? They just go sit down at the red table and they have open relationships and they do all kinds of other
entanglements.
Yeah, entanglements.
Speaking of entanglement, what is the difference between a relationship and an entanglement?
Man, she just want to put a term on it.
Man, look, entanglement been around for a long time. We call it side chicks.
Just now have a title word.
We call it side chicks. So let me translate this for you. You know what I mean? If she had a side dude or it wasn't no entanglement, how do you, does that make it right? It sounds good.
She had to
You know, I wasn't really in a relationship with him. We had an entanglement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on now. We all grown.
It has a title to
It
it
was
now.
only on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1.
See, where she fucked up that she picked the wrong one. Her,
No.
her hoes
No.
spoke out. His hoes didn't say
But
shit.
see, look, the thing is that just before this blew up, he spoke out.
Who?
He, the guy-
August.
Yeah, because he said he was in love with her. They've been in a
He
relationship
He
for
got
5
an album
years.
that's coming.
Exactly.
That's a
Suppose this happened a long time ago. According to Jada.
It's been 5
According to
years
Jada.
compared to what he said. We've been in a relationship close to 6. Well, it was 5.5 years or whatever.
Damn. Who have a separation for 4-5 years and don't get no paperwork?
Movies coming to play.
And the
Hold on, man.
wait.
Jada said they were having a rough patch. 5 years is a long time to have a rough patch.
That's one of the rough match.
That's one of the rough patch.
And he stated that Will Smith gave him permission to date Jada.
Man, I believe it was more like, man, I'm
I know everybody ever knows.
Hey, when you doing your thing and y'all together for kids, money, whatever,
He don't
you know what I mean? Being the black man that I am, and I've heard this a few times, I don't give a fuck what you do. That's probably what that blessing, that's probably how that blessing came down. Hey, nobody sat down and said, hey man, yeah, you can sleep with it whenever you get ready.
Do it.
That don't sound right. That ain't, nah, you're like, hey,
That's not like he could be.
you sound like he said, hey man, I hope y'all mind, but me and man, I don't give a fuck about what y'all doing, man. I can tell that.
Check this.
But it wasn't it before that it was put out there that they had an open relationship, a non-monogamous
Long time ago.
relationship?
Supposedly, they had a lifetime partnership is what they were calling it. Meaning, we'll come publicly and
What the
say
fuck is a
that
listen, partnership?
they gonna be together. Listen, if you let me finish, what Will's statement was, is nothing she can do that's gonna make me leave her and not be there for her. Including August, I guess. But it's nothing it's nothing she can do.
Man.
Hey man, look, when you got money, there's a whole other set of rules. See, we can't understand, we can't comprehend because we ain't operating by them set of rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that our pay?
See, hey,
Hey,
look.
is that an episode of Icon?
I mean, there's a whole set of rules.
Let's call it what it is.
You know what I mean? You come home to a burnt pot of chicken, you like, damn, chicken. He come home to a pot of chicken like, shit, we order takeout.
We just get pizza.
You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be no pizza. It's gonna be Shay La La, the finest of the best. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you can live with it.
The meme.
Now, and that's the thing about it, folks. We making jokes and we making fun. If Will ain't mad, I ain't mad either. And it's a reason why me and Will ain't mad.
Yeah.
Real talk. There's a reason
They probably
why Will ain't mad.
He probably said, shit, I did my dirt. I did my thing. I just mean, shit didn't
I just
come
ain't
out.
letting the shit out.
Hey, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Will did not behave like the typical black men I know on that show when he was asking them questions. It wasn't no table flip. Nobody had to restrain him.
Look, the guy didn't go like, tell me what the fuck going on.
Hey, and I ain't hear it damn time. Say it again. One more time. Say it again. Say it again. Say it one more time.
But to my knowledge, he's the one who brought her to the red table that time, and just brung it out there. Do you think that should have been a private talk between them?
And I'm different to say, that ain't none of our business.
Right, I think
What the
that
folks
should've-
got going on ain't none of our
I
business.
think that should have been a private talk
None of our
between
business.
them, though.
But
But I think he wanted.
It's so-
I think he wanted to expose all the media,
Yeah.
that was coming out about it. Because
But the best way to deal with the media a lot of times is just to keep quiet. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, I believe it was damage control. I think there was proof out there that they had a relationship, and they had to get out front of it. But in reality, it really ain't none of our business. Don't now one of us sleep with now one of them. We don't deal
Right,
with them.
I-
Hell, we don't even know them folks.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? For all this internet attention, shit, it's free publicity for everybody involved.
Shit, he ruined his chance to hit it
Shit,
again.
we might get a movie next week, 25 million behind all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they might do a Lifetime story about this.
Lifetime will shoot out.
So, I mean,
Man.
Then they have Gucci Mane or somebody play Will. Gucci, I love you, baby. You know how Lifetime. You know how.
you put a whole twist to it.
You know how Lifestyle be casting folks, man. They cast folks, man. It don't make no difference.
Man.
Oh boy! But as far as I mean, domestic wise,
Man.
I mean it would, like you said, on an average black guy, it would probably totally shots fired,
Probably different.
body missing,
No.
some shit, you know.
I mean, turn off a few
Definitely
tables,
Yeah.
punch a few holes in the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as something like that, I commend them to be able to just get up and actually air it out and talk
But-
about it and
but-
then move on.
But let me say this: domestic violence ain't no joke, man.
All right.
That ain't something that we advocate. We may laugh and have a chuckle here and there,
Yeah.
but we all know folks who've been affected by domestic violence. That ain't no joke. If you're a victim or you suspect someone of
Get
being
Get
a
help.
victim, get some help right away. Because
Tell
you'd
somebody.
rather have that person be mad at you for a little while than you to be putting
Yeah.
flowers somewhere.
Right.
And that's real.
I just like with the Black Matter, I consider it domestic violence against us as blacks. I'm talking to the black people that's out committing crimes against other blacks. How do you want this movement to be? Because we're always going to be judged on our actions. And even with other races judge us by our actions. They judge us by how we walk, how we talk, how we carry ourselves. Our youth today, it's in your responsibility to have that. You have that responsibility to change that. If you out here committing heinous crimes against other blacks, think about what you're doing. You out here killing each other over what? It has no purpose, has no meaning. And at the end of the day, what have you done? You've done nothing but destroy. You have not gained anything. So I'm talking to the young black youths out here. Stop fucking doing the shit you're doing. You're not helping us blacks. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping your community. You're not helping your mom. You're not helping your dad. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping anybody. You're being selfish, disrespectful, and just hateful. Stop killing each other.
And kill the no. Just playing.
No, but see, the crime in elected officials, it's much deeper than just, stop doing crime. When you got kids at the house, you can't get a job. I found out yesterday that banks got this thing where they call it a red line. Anybody ever heard of what the red line is?
Yeah,
What is it?
So, and when you go into most black neighborhoods, there's a bank has drawn a red line saying that we would not invest commercially or real estate wise in this area. We're not doing it.
But it's
So
as blacks, we have a stigma and an image that we
nah, we don't have a stigma. What we have is someone pointing out your flaws to hide their own. White people kill
Of
white people just
course.
as much as black people kill black
Of
people.
course.
So what they gonna say is, just like this right here. We've all heard this. Black lives matter. Well, white lives, all lives matter. That ain't what we saying.
Right.
What we saying is right now, ours ain't as valuable
But-
as yours.
But the
So,
difference
you know what I
is-
mean? It's a
the-
contradiction.
Well, the difference is that when we say Black Lives Matter, we are identifying whites killing blacks.
No, we identifying
No, yes,
police
we are.
officers killing blacks.
White people, I don't care if they're police officer, they could be a train conductor. If it's a white guy that does it and kills a black person, that's what we identifying it is.
I don't
A
see
white
it as
person
that.
killing a black person. Because just like Ricky Smiley's daughter got shot up, shot, and her friends got shot up in the car. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a white dude that did it.
But that doesn't tie into the Black Lives Matter.
The
Black
reason,
Lives Matter.
The reason has altered to white all lives matter because you got to think anyone that commits a heinous crime, that person they committed it to, they life matter just as well as anybody else.
Absolutely. So when the police comes and put their foot on your neck, choke you out or pull you out the car because you fit the suspect profile, that's what we're saying.
It
we ain't saying
do
that black and white and black. That ain't. See, the problem is it get lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a black versus white. It's a hate.
Yes.
No, it's
Because
not.
if it was a black guy that did it,
What?
that killed him,
He'd have been under the jail.
he would be under the jail.
Okay, so,
But still, yeah,
but because it's a white police officer, because it's a white police officer, he gets to go home at night.
No,
Man, it's ready.
no, because he's a white police officer. That's why this is blowed up. Just like right now, if
If it was done the right way,
it wouldn't have to.
we wouldn't have a movement.
Just
If
like
it was
right-
done the right way, it wouldn't be no need for
Just
no
like
movement.
right now, if a white civilian right now shoots a black person, just like in Florida,
Mhm.
where the guy was jogging and the white guy shot and killed him. The movement didn't start then. It happened afterwards.
But you know why it happened after? Hold on, please. Let me
They
add
added on.
Let me
They added that on.
let me tell you why it happened afterwards. First of all, the DA wasn't going to file no charges because he knew the person and the guy was. Hold on, stop. And then there was a guy. He was a former police officer.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. See, if that man had been arrested along with his son for chasing this man down and shooting him, there's nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they at the house, they actually posted the video that got them in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, if they don't do those things, because they thought they had got away with it.
Yeah.
They got the. If they don't do those things, that's another guy that has been killed wrongfully and nothing happened.
Yeah.
The prosecutor was friends with this guy.
Even
It
though
wasn't
when we
going to
found that out, the movement did not start.
because it wasn't
before.
about that.
I
It was
know.
about the police brutality. It wasn't about black versus white. And what y'all trying to make it. It wasn't about that. It was about, you know what I mean? It wasn't about that.
Oh, that's gonna be always.
Yeah.
That's why we got the show.
Daddy, what you got going on? You over there drinking ass off. You got problems or something?
No, man.
Hey, we at the bar.
I wasn't talking about some fun shit.
I'm coming. I'm gonna help with that.
I need a drink. This is too political for this one. Talk about Patrick Mahomes and that $400 million deal for 10 years he got.
That because he's young and they built a franchise on him.
And let's talk about how stupid Cam Newton going to the Patriots. Yeah, tell me something.
Here come these Patriots, babe.
There's a reason why the quarterback left. I don't want to fulfill those, come after his footsteps. No.
What?
Yeah, it's stupid.
I think it all depends on how he handled it. I mean, what did he come in and take him to the Super Bowl?
Man, he had the chance when he was going up against the lunchbox, what they call it. He played hell of a good all year long. You mean to tell me
We all know
that he didn't get
we all know
paid?
the Super Bowl is jacked.
I said,
We
fuck
all
that
know the
shit.
Super Bowl is jacked.
Give me
they
my
already
ring.
have in mind who they want to win.
But no, he could have said, forget, I ain't got to play another day. I know my name is in the book and I got my Super Bowl ring. You give a fuck if Peyton Manning win or
But,
not.
but everything we do is to have dollars and cents.
Yeah,
In some
he
shape,
sold
form, or
out.
fashion.
He sold out. That game was rigged.
Who was this?
Cam Newton against
Cam
Peyton
Newton.
Manning that year for Super Bowl.
And now he's playing with the Patriots. He signed with the Patriots.
So the Peyton got his number and everything. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but he signed a 1-year deal and he signed for the league minimum. This is a former MVP in the prime of his career. So it's the way you look at it. But Cam Newton was one of those guys that was real political. He's one of those, hey, I'm not standing guys. It's a reason why he's on the move. You don't trade a franchise quarterback to go get another guy that's, you know what I mean,
That's mediocre, yeah.
that ain't won no MVP.
I mean, that's even.
It's more to the story.
Okay. Has he played like he played that year when they went to the Super Bowl?
Nah, has he had the
No.
teams that he had?
He ain't had that
Well,
team.
He had
And
he had the
injuries.
teams.
Yes.
You know.
You know what I mean, listen to me. Folks, don't shoot me, but I'm a die hard Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah, we know.
If Tony Romo had the weapons in the team that Dak is accessible to, got access to, boy would have won 2-3 rings. Period.
Mm,
Period.
You think?
10 times better quarterback than Dak. 10 times.
Except for that.
Romo is a gunslinger. Dak is a game manager. Dak ain't gonna go out and win you no game.
I mean, because everybody.
And he's coming from a diehard Cowboy
He
fan.
can run on throw.
Will he?
Romo?
Romo gonna throw for 5,000 yards a year, man. What are you talking
Yeah, from
about?
the pocket, but you can't run.
And that's he don't need to run when he got them weapons.
You
all he
talking
had was
about the offensive
bad.
line to keep him
All,
off.
that's first and foremost. He didn't get DeMarco until his last 2 years. Man, that boy took a beating down there in Dallas.
So, you mean tell me when he messed up the field goal to win the game?
To go to the playoff.
Yeah.
He bounced there. Woo-hoo. But this
That
is
was
this though.
terrible.
Check this out. Go check his last 2-3 years out. Romo gonna put up 28 points a game. Got a defense, that's enough, more than enough. Ray Lewis said you spot us 10 points, we won't lose. That's Baltimore.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis said you spot us 10 points, we ain't gonna lose. Tony Romo was spotting them boys 28 points and they would lose.
Well,
Die hard Cowboy fan.
yeah.
oh well.
You know,
We so it's okay.
yeah, you a Titan fan, so you definitely better see.
You hey, wait,
I
look,
mean,
hey,
even
you
now,
know,
I mean, do you? I don't actually see a season actually even happening to that season. Shit. I mean,
I think a season gonna happen. I don't think we gonna be able to watch it. I think everybody gonna be getting these exclusive TV packages. I don't think I don't think we gonna be able to sit there and watch it.
No, it's gonna be you pay for it on like pay-per-view or whatever the case may be, and they charge your ass $200 a show or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
but here's the thing that I just found out today, this
So are
morning.
you that Hall of Fame?
UFC,
Dallas fan.
Boxing, karate matches or whatever, they putting on shows. They putting on live shows like this ain't
Well,
never
that's
happened.
just like the NBA. The NBA is
But
in the bubble.
is it people in the crowd though?
Yes,
It's not a rerun.
it's not a rerun. I just got word today that a good friend of mine, of course, you know, I boxed professionally for 17 years.
Yeah.
Now, I have a friend that called me this morning and
Jailhouse
said,
boxing not considered.
no, there wasn't no jail. Now, trust me. I
Coming to you live, backyard
the house, man. Look, y'all making jokes, man. And it's
No, man,
but y'all know. Hey, I got it. It's documented. But real talk, that promoters and venues and whatnot, they're back to putting on full throttle live shows.
Well, when your president says he want everybody to go back to school, why wouldn't you put on shows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He want the kids back in school in August. My kids won't be in school in August.
Yeah,
Tell you that right now.
that's
But I mean,
coming,
even
but
with
this
that,
is what's going on right now.
I mean, are they testing everyone? Are they requiring people
Now
to
I have no idea because I ain't been. I've been invited, but no, I haven't gone, and I'm not going.
Hold up. Wait a minute. It's 22. No, wait. For questions, comments, and concerns, please call 615-455-8214. We'll get it to you.
This high score DJ.
Hey, he's drinking so much.
Speaking of fights, so who won last night of them UFC fights? Did y'all watch it?
Nope.
Man, look,
I'm
the
talking
main
about
ticket
Kamaru.
normally goes off at 11 o'clock, 11:30. I'm an old man, man. I'm snoring by then.
I was spending time with the fan. We watching them.
I wanted to, I was doing something a little different.
But what was you doing where you couldn't watch it?
Man,
Where was you at?
yeah.
Now it's, we don't understand what. Use your vowels.
I was at a friendly barbecue. I was at a party, got invited to. Yeah.
Y'all have our masks.
Yeah. Till you had a drink.
Was more than 10 people?
It sucked. put it out there like that. Yeah.
Wow, you definitely ain't getting invited again. Definitely ain't getting invited again.
And we're on live.
I mean, but just like for Nashville now,
Ain't nothing to
I
do.
haven't seen nobody actually get cited for not having a mask on because I've been in the public and a lot of people are still not wearing masks. I mean, I wear mine in the mask in public, but there is still a lot of people that's not wearing masks.
Bro.
And now masks is you get a mask from beauty shops. I'm not beauty shop, beauty supplies. Walgreens sell. They got a whole container for masks. So I mean, why is it so hard to wear a mask?
Man, it was I was at Walmart yesterday. It was
breathing.
almost a brawl at Walmart. Cause Walmart wasn't letting nobody in without a mask.
You can't even get in. There's a lot of
Walmart
stores
was not
that's going
letting
to that.
nobody in
You
without a mask.
can't even go
And
in
you had
the
folks running up
store.
talking about some, this against the law. Man, Walmart had about 9 yellow vests out there. They came deep. It was like, nah, you ain't getting in. But look,
They say who knew?
what's not coming out the bag? They stood there in solidarity, hey.
If you don't whoop one, you gotta whoop 20. What you gonna do? You gonna either get your mask in, or what you gonna do?
Yeah, you know what? You always looking past him. Then you see that one brother in the back with the Doritos. He look like he might tear some shit up. I'm gonna go get this man. One brother in the back. He ain't putting his hands in the bag.
Not crushed up or nothing, just hold. But
Hey man, do us a solid. Go get your man. Alright.
What's gonna stop them
Just because you asked.
from taking it off when they're in the store?
but
What's the
I
difference?
don't actually. I mean,
I can't
I
breathe.
can't see a police officer actually. But yeah, people with asthma. I mean, and now the allergy season come in. You bet that be in the public sneezing or wheezing or
Man, what?
You gonna be like,
I'm thinking about buying a whistle because I'm gonna blow that mother. I'm blowing the shit out of it.
Yeah. I'll six. I'll six.
get your vest say public safety on it.
Man, it's so bad you can't even be around somebody that sneezes. Ain't no more. God bless you. It's gone with that bullshit.
Don't even say karate. Motherfucker got that Rona. Oh, got that Rona.
Oh, like they see you say about AIDS, you got that package.
Yeah, that hot package. Got that hot package. Dropping it, now you're hot.
Oh, you burning.
Hot. Nah, you sneeze around me. I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna give you one sneeze, one cough.
One. That's it.
One sneeze, one cough. See, you just used up all your cough. You just used up all your cough. You just used up all.
The next one is
The next one, I'm blowing the whistle. Hey, I'm trying to help you anonymously.
executives. Escort, please. Man, I'm gonna be way over there in your head. And I dare you push me off.
I mean,
Oh man.
do you think? It's already shit gonna be August.
Oh yeah. Will Smith is trembling because it's August.
That was a good one.
I know.
Hey, that was fire right there. That was fire. I'll give you that one.
Right on time.
Shit.
God.
We got see what new flu season.
We made some mistakes, man. You know what I mean? We opened up everything too soon.
Impatient.
Yeah,
But we had
impatient.
to. I
We
mean,
got too excited, too fast.
But the reason why we had to is because we was behind the 8 ball. That's first and foremost. Secondly, we half-ass did it the first 2 weeks of quarantine.
but we had to.
Everybody was essential.
Economically, I mean, a lot of people.
Everybody was
I
essential.
can tell.
You
A
know?
lot of shit's opening up because
Man, the grass
traffic is fucking
Hey,
ridiculous now.
the grass man was essential.
Yeah.
Everything was
Yeah,
essential.
everybody was essential.
Everything was essential.
We
The car wash was
believe,
essential.
we
You know what I
believe
mean?
all of
So,
that stuff.
we didn't really do what we were supposed to
The
do,
heat
man.
is gonna
really
kill
did.
it. we coming up with this virus. You stay quarantined 14. We believed all this.
No, I didn't believe that he was.
No, we didn't. Some of us didn't, but I mean,
you gotta check. You gotta check the source on that. When that
I'm
man
saying.
said that shit, I said, well, "This motherfucker don't know what he talking
But
about."
I'm saying that was what was broadly put out. That okay, if we just chill, that and let this work its way, we gonna be in a better.
Man.
I'm not gonna say
So-
we was in the cure,
so-
but we would be in a
So
better
you're
situation.
saying that they
But-
would have kept it hush hush, and then, just like in last October and November, where they were saying it was just a severe case of the flu that was out, and people were sick. It was just a new strain of flu. That's what they consider it as.
Yeah,
because
that's what-
they say you didn't have pneumonia, you didn't have the flu. You just have a severe cold. That's what they deemed
That's what they
it
was
being
deeming. Yeah.
last November, going into December and January of last year.
Man.
And a lot of people were sick because, like I said, I know several people were sick with a severe cold. It lasted about 4 weeks or whatever the case may be. They say, I don't know what it is. I just stayed at home, drank soup, drink whatever, and stayed at home.
Man, I can't imagine being
But-
laid up for 4 weeks.
But they now, since it got the broad span that it is nationwide of this virus
Pandemic.
breaking out, this pandemic, I'm hoping by this time next year that we won't be in the position we are now. Because I see things opening back up because I get traffic as a motherfucker at 2 o'clock.
Man, but here's the problem, though, and the problem lies in this. Things are so bad over here that most countries won't let us into their borders now.
Yeah.
That's how bad things have gotten.
So you know, now they banned Florida, Alabama, basically all the southern states. Now like New York, Chicago, upper states are not allowing that travel. They put the travel ban on those people that's
From
in
those
those
states, yeah.
to come. They come into the city
and see that part of it
because
is
they
scary
got
because
they
now
have such an outbreak.
now
They
you
got the
talking
largest
talking
numbers.
martial law, and I'm one of them conspiracy dudes, and I just feel like we being set up for something big.
I think we are. All right, hey, that's the show for
the end
today.
of it.
I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hey,
Hey.
I hope we open some minds, some hearts. Get out and vote. Go out and support who you think you should support, and make the best decision. Hey, next
As
time,
always.
Real Men, Real Talk Nashville, we hit you back.
Talk
Thank
shit,
you.
so spit.
Talk-
Get over your fucking way.
We'll come back with the drunk dude.